Welcome. I'm Rico Johnson Hall. I'm your new host for Gaslight and Flip the Script. Well, that's the name of this episode. So come on in. Have you ever had a conversation with someone, twist your words, and suddenly you're the one who's confused? Like somehow you misheard them, even though you're repeating what they literally just said. And when you try to clarify, they double down, like you're the one that's off. Then, when you match their energy, not even going overboard, just standing up for yourself, you're suddenly too emotional. You need to relax. You need to calm down. These are things that they always say to you. It's like being gaslit, then blamed for reacting to the gas. That's what today's episode is all about. So let's break this down a little bit. You're having a conversation, someone says something bold, shady, or just plain wrong. You catch it, you pause, you repeat it back, not to start drama, but to make sure you heard it right. So you're saying X, right? And now the whole vibe shifts. Instead of owning it, they immediately backpedal. That's not what I meant. You're twisting my words. But you're not twisting anything. You're quoting, and they know it. What they're really doing is damage control. They hear what they just said, realize how bad it sounds, and they reflect it back. And now they're scrambling. Instead of apologizing and explaining, they reframe. Say the same thing again, but cleaner, softer, with more sugar. It's not a clarification. It's manipulation dressed up as diplomacy. They want you to doubt your perception. They want you off balance. Because if you start questioning your memory, your tone, your intention, then they win. That's the control move. And once they spot it, once you say, no, that's not what I said, here's what you said, they get all offensive. Now you're being difficult. Now you're trying to start something. So we match that energy, and that becomes a problem. Let's talk about it. They've been twisting and dodging, and finally, your response is kind. You speak up, you get animated, you say, hold on, that's not okay. And suddenly, you're too loud, too sensitive, too much. Why are you yelling? You need to calm down. What just happened? They poked the bear. And now they're shocked that the bear growled? This is emotional flipping at its finest. They go low-key, aggressive. You go direct. They go quiet and victimized. See, that's why I can't talk to you. But here's the truth. You matched their energy. You didn't overreact. You responded with the intensity the situation required. And here's what sucks. People watching from the outside, they often only notice your volume, your passion, not the reason behind it. And you start questioning yourself. Am I too intense? Did I just make it worse? But you didn't. You defended your reality. Here's another thing that they love to do the most. There's another move, right? Bring up unrelated topics to confuse the moment. You're discussing one thing just to stay focused. And out of nowhere, well, last week you said this. Or even worse, you always do this thing where you make it about you. Hold up. We weren't even talking about that. We're in completely different conversations. But they throw a curveball? Why? Because diversion takes a spotlight off them. It disrupts your rhythm. It forces you to defend something else, and suddenly the original point forgotten. This tactic is about control, not resolution. It's not about understanding, it's about redirecting the heat. And if you're not paying attention, you'll end up on trial for something completely unrelated. All while your original concerns get swept under the rug. The key here is to recognize the pivot and call it out. That's not what we're talking about right now. Let's stay on topic. Holding the line is hard, but it keeps truth centered. How do you handle this without losing yourself? How do you stay sane, keep your dignity, and still hold people accountable? Here are 4 solid steps. Step 1, ask for clarity. Instead of immediately jumping in and say, can you explain what you meant by that? It puts the responsibility back on them. It's calm, it's assertive. That's what we're looking for. Step 2, stay grounded. Don't let tone or volume bait you. Keep your voice even, but your words sharp. Step 3, repeat their words exactly and quote them. Let them hear themselves. If they shift, calmly point it out. Earlier you said this, now you're saying this. Which one do you mean to say? Step 4, knowing when to disengage. If the conversation keeps going in circles, or they keep deflecting, protect your peace. Some people aren't looking to grow, they're just looking to win. And here's a bonus tip. Write it down. Document conversations. If it's with someone close or it happens a lot, keep receipts. Not to throw it in their face, but to keep yourself grounded in the truth. Gaslighting isn't about lies. It's about confusion. And when people twist your reality and they blame you for reacting, that's the spin. That's the flip. Matching energy doesn't make you aggressive. Losing control isn't weakness. It's a sign that you care. But mastering your response, owning your truth without becoming chaotic, that's power. Once again, thanks for tuning in to episode 1 of Gaslights and Flip the Scripts. If it felt familiar, it'll help you name something you've experienced. Share it. Someone out there is still trying to figure out why they feel so misunderstood. Until next time, keep your clarity, protect your energy, and don't let anybody rewrite your story.